Hey everybody, Johnny B. Good here, located somewhere Indiana, about to cross onto the Chicago Skyway. Today is Wednesday, March 2nd, 2014. Local time here is 6:47. Temperature according to Blue is 37 degrees. It has been a wonderful, wonderful day. You got to be careful through here. This is a 45-mile-an-hour speed limit zone. If you're not careful, you're doing 55 or over, well, guess what? You just earned yourself a reckless driving. And you know what that means. You kind of lose your license over that. So be careful when you go through the Chicago Skyway. By the way, since I am short of hours today, I have been authorized to reschedule this load to deliver for Friday at 7 a.m. instead of tomorrow. And I think Travis is trying his hardest to let me keep my California load, which I desperately need and want. Which brings me a question. Out of Green Bay, Wisconsin, going down to Brea, California, how would you run that that route? Would you take 80 all the way to Salt Lake and down, or would you go through Denver, take 70 all the way, west of the Rockies and then down? I love going through Denver. I love going through Bale Pass, but not in the wintertime. But it is April, so do you think I should risk it, or do you think it still would be, you think it'd still be bad over there? Now remember, I don't have Toby with me to help me chain up. Maybe if Toby were to go with me, I'd risk going through the Rockies. Yeah, that way if I had to chain up, Toby could help me. What do you say, Toby? Speed limit 35. Really? There are streets, speed limit that are up to 45 and 50 that are much smaller and narrower than this. Stick to driving, Johnny B. Good. You don't know everything. Okay. By the way, since I can't make it all the way to my delivery tomorrow, I'm gonna swing by to the house. I only have 2 hours tomorrow, which is not going to be enough to get me to my delivery. So the plan is I'm going to go home and hang around the house tomorrow all day and somehow leave enough time to be able to make it to my 7 a.m. delivery. Travis has yet to find out tomorrow. You better get over. Looks like JB Hunt over here broke down. Oh, I hope the traffic downtown is gone. It is almost 7 o'clock, 6:57. But being in Chicago, you'll never know. By the way, Toby, guess what? I have finished listening to the book of Matthew. By John MacArthur. What a marvelous teaching. I am starting today another book. By the way, this is all audiobook, which you can freely download at Grace to You application, which is free. I'm starting today the book of John. So for those of you out there who are interested, go to your phone application. It's either GTY or Grace to You by Pastor John MacArthur. By the way, I'm not going to mention any names, but please beware. Please beware of false teachers out there and prosperity gospel preachers. You know, the kind of preacher you can demand from God. You can demand it from the universe, $1 million, and if you just think it hard enough and will it hard enough, it'll be yours. What are they called? Prosperity gospels? Yeah. And I'm sure you guys know who they are. Don't get me wrong, they can talk like no other. In fact, the Bible warns about those, that they're smooth talkers and slicks. Even the very elect will be deceived. By the way, that's just an expression. That's not really true, because the very elect will never be deceived. But that's how good they are. Well, it looks like the southbound or eastbound side is a little bit heavy. We're actually going north, but it's called west. It's moving quite rapidly. Chicago. Why do we say Chicago when it's written as Chicago? Chicago, Chicago. Chicago, Chicago, where are you, Chicago? Hey, you guys gotta find that song that Andrew Haberson wrote about the turnabout, bright eyes. You guys gotta find that. It's really funny. Until now, I'm still laughing about that song. Right, Andrew? U.S. Cellular Field. Boy, I remember going through here back in the 90s, like 91 or 92. Sheesh, this place was... Ugh. Traffic here was horrible. Alright, got a question. Me and Toby were talking about Obamacare. Alright, now here's a scenario. I would imagine that some people that live right there by the border of Mexico, like El Paso or Laredo or McAllen and all that stuff. Now, I know a lot of Americans go down to Mexico to go to the dentist because it's really cheap down there. In fact, I know one particular person that goes across the border to get medicine. So here's the issue. I would imagine that some people either buy health insurance from Mexico and they do all their medical checkup and issues down in Mexico. Okay? I would imagine that there are. And let's just suppose that there is. Now let's just say that their absolute best healthcare plan down in Mexico costs, well, let's just say $1,000. I mean, that is the absolute Cadillac super supreme healthcare plan that you could get down in Mexico. And as I said, this is just an example. It only cost them $1,000. Now here comes Obamacare. You get the very, very least, what is it called, the bronze or something like that, which doesn't really cover much. The copay is what, $5,000-$10,000, and that costs $1,000. So would it be fair for those guys to be forced to buy Obamacare, which is more expensive and less quality medical? Toby's argument was, yeah, it'd be unfair because they're supposed to help out, right? They're supposed to help out because there's, in order for Obamacare to work, everybody has to contribute. But the dilemma is, yeah, okay, but you're getting less than what, you're getting less quality medical care than you are already getting across the border. So right, Toby? Yeah, me and Toby got into the politics part, which we both agreed to disagree. So what do you guys think about that? Is it fair? Is it fair really for somebody to, to be, I mean, that's just a form of tax, isn't it? I guess it is. They did rule that as a tax. Oh well, looks like I spoke too soon as far as traffic goes. hopefully right after the 290 this traffic will be relieved. One more question. If you were to run Green Bay, Wisconsin to, let's just say, Los Angeles, California, how many different ways is it to run it? And how many miles is it difference for each route? I could think of one is Green Bay, run it all the way to Madison, Wisconsin, through Dubuque, Iowa, Cedar Rapids, and then take 80 all the way to Des Moines all the way to Salt Lake, and 15 all the way down. Right? That's one way. Second way is go down Dubuque, Iowa, Des Moines, Iowa, through Kansas City, pick up, what is that, Highway 54, through you know, north of Amarillo, a little bit of Oklahoma, a little bit of, well, a lot of Oklahoma, a little bit of Texas, down in New Mexico. I think it comes out of Tucumcari, or yeah, Tucumcari or Santa Rosa, something like that. And then take 40 all the way to Barstow, 15 down to LA. That's the second route. That's where's the third route be? I don't think you would take, man, no, that would be way too far to drive all the way to St. Louis, pick up 44, go all the way to Oklahoma City. Yeah, but if you did that, you'll have, not only it's longer that way, but you'll end up paying for the Oklahoma Turnpike. And that's all I got as far as the different routes going down to LA from Green Bay. Where all these guys are going. By the way, to PJ Di Guzman. PJ, I'm sorry you lost your Tita Annie. PJ lost her aunt, what is it, a year ago? And I guess tomorrow is the 3rd. Nope, it's the 4th. It's Tita Lope. Happy birthday on the 4th. That is from PJ. Also, a special shout out to Matt Taylor. He writes, "Hey man, just started watching your channel again. It's your awesome world." Yeah, it's awesome. I don't know, people call my video awesome. It makes me a little, I don't know, unworthy. He writes, "Hammer down as best as you can with 60-mile-an-hour governed truck." Will do, Matt. But it all depends on Blue. I just sit here. Blue does all the work. I just enjoying the scenery. I'm just holding the steering wheel, that way nobody would look at funny. Can you imagine if Blue was driving around with nobody holding the steering wheel? Yeah, I just hold it and where in the world are these guys going? Look at that dog on that van. Super truck rolling. Super trucker rolling, I guess. Greetings to you, my dear friend. Yes, I wish everybody would run 65, but oh well. Also, greeting to Chris Har. Hey, Chris. Blue, I think we better get over. Now, wouldn't you guys agree that this is a much better place to drive than New York? I mean, come on, seriously. Elijah SP. Like the video, how long have you been working for Well? I would say close to about 11 years, I think. Because AJ is now 11. AJ was already born before I came here, so yeah, about 10, somewhere around 10 years. 10, 11 years, something like that. AJ was still a small little baby. Elijah SP. Greetings also to Lee Shaver's post. Lee Shaver, yes, more than likely I'm going to Alberton in Brea. I guess Lee lives about 15 miles from there. Hope to see you over there, Lee. Hey, Captain Kevin, how's the aircraft mechanic job hunting going? I don't know how much of these you guys want to see. When you're in a hurry, traffic slows down. Why is that? One more thing that popped up in my head today was, hey, Eric Smith. Eric is a police officer, and I'm sure in his line of work he has heard and seen all kinds of excuses out there. Right, Eric? Man, I wish you could do a video of all the stupidest, funniest excuses people come up with, and the many